Hi, guess who? I've seen the team's expectations for the race, so I thought I'd pass them on and wish you luck. Take care.
Thirteenth then, as we get past Julian Palmer, and looks like he's just about to be overtaken by Nico Hulkenberg. The neck and neck and over there. Hulkenberg's got him, so that's Hulkenberg up to 14th, and now I'm in a Force India sandwich, so to speak. Palmer's got past him now, but that's if Palmer can stay behind me, because Hulkenberg is more likely to get past me in a straight line than Julian Palmer is. No offense to Palmer, obviously. And now it's just about trying to catch Sergio Perez if we can, and trying to get into the top 10 to be on for some points. I'm sure Vettel is firmly in the points and more than likely going to get points in this race, so he could perhaps move back up into the top 3 in the drivers' standings if we're not careful, obviously. And I'm hoping Grosjean is in the points, because at the moment, obviously, if he's not, we're on for no points. We being obviously myself and Haas. And we want to get points. We want to finish 5th in the constructors if we can. Like, I don't think we're going to catch Williams. I mean, the points gap is obviously only like 4 points, but they can consecutively get points with the car that they have. And obviously we need to try and keep ahead of McLaren. You know, in all fairness, they don't tend to really get consecutive points either, so not too bad that isn't. Palmer and Hulkenberg are still squabbling away. Looks like Hulkenberg's got him now. He has indeed, so looks like the German, who's obviously now moved to Renault and is going to be Palmer's teammate, is now ahead of him. Well, we're not really in Force India sandwich, so to speak, but on this game we are. Really need to try and make up some time here, as I near the end of lap 3, and near obviously the start of the penultimate lap of the race here in Silverstone. I expected not to have a good weekend here, and for it to be in complete and stark contrast to obviously how I went on, how I did in Austria, because I'm not very good at this track, as you can obviously tell from what you've seen in this episode so far. There goes Hulkenberg though on us, regardless of where I'm going or not. We're going to have to try and defend with all our might. Palmer's also going for it. We're going to hold off, and I don't know, I might have hit Hulkenberg or something because he's just slid across the track completely. It's yellow flags. Palmer's really going for it now to try and get past us. We hold off for now. That might have been dirty on my behalf, and if it was, I can only apologise. Maybe Palmer hit him, I don't know. Hulkenberg's out of the equation, and it's just Palmer and I now who are going to do a bit of a duel to try and get 13th. Obviously, it doesn't really matter. Well, we're both not going to get points, regardless of who finishes in this position. And yeah, we're on the penultimate lap of the race here. Still got 22 drivers. Don't think we've actually had runaways where we've had any retirements or retirees due to engine failure or something like that. We need to bump out to Rich Mix. That Renault is quite quick in a straight line. He's also got DRS as well, so we're going to have to move over to the left hand side to give him the space that he deserves and wants. We might have bashed wheels there. I'm going to stay ahead of him for now though, thankfully. And Palmer remains behind us. Oh, we're very slow through there, and that's going to get him keen on getting past us, but we managed to get a good exit somewhat and keep ahead of the Brit for now at his home race. He's going to go for a manoeuvre here though and try and get past us. We brake late, and braking late keeps us ahead of him for now. And as it sounds like it's going to be our lowest position in terms of where we finish on experts. Obviously, that would obviously then succeed Catalonia, where we finished 11th. I really am not really surprised that it is going to be. Anyway, 7.2 seconds to Perez. Not going to catch him, obviously. Might have to think about trying to catch Palmer, but I managed to stay ahead of him for now. We're doing somewhat of a duel here, as I've already mentioned. I had some fun one as well, trying to keep Palmer behind me. Unless there's some sort of incident ahead, I think we are pretty much guaranteed to finish in 13th, or at least 14th, that is. Closing up to 6.2 seconds, so by a full second. But even then, we're going to need a heck of a lot more laps, and probably them to pit for us to try and get ahead of them. I mean, it's only a few drivers for us to get a point, but we are still quite far behind, and on the last lap, we need to make a heck of a lot of time, and that's not going to be possible, that's for sure. I think that might be Hulkenberg back in 15, so he might have recovered from the incident between myself, Palmer, and him, not himself. Oh yeah, can I use that? I don't know. Palmer's gone for it. He's just about got it, but I've managed to hang it around his outside and keep hold of 13th. I go very deep through there though. Managed to just stay ahead of the Renault driver, and it's pretty much just now park the bus mode, try and keep 13. Palmer has got an excellent exit through there, but we kind of block him off and tell him, you know, back off. This is our position. You ain't getting it, and you're getting your little nitty gritty hands on it for now. You might, if you're lucky, if I make some sort of mistake, but then obviously try not to. But the time that I managed to get in them is just completely evaporated into the atmosphere, because he's got a great exit and he's going to go for it again. I think he's got DRS as Lewis Hamilton wins the race. Palmer's got us, it looks like. We're going to do a desperate lunge down his inside. We get the job done. Kind of throws Palmer off. It looks like he didn't obviously expect that. And yeah, Lewis Hamilton hasn't won the race, so he's probably going to extend his ever-extending lead at the top of the drivers' standings. We finished 13th, we had no points in Britain, and there we go. Well, my engineer is very happy. I'm not really sure why. It's quite a crap position to finish in, to be honest. But considering we started 20th, it's not too bad if you ask me. Ricciardo, Rosberg and Hamilton on the podium right there. Congratulations to them guys, obviously. Vettel finished 4th, so we picked up 12 points. He's probably going to be ahead of us now in the drivers' standings. We finished 13th. Grosjean actually finished 17th, so we managed to outdo Grosjean in the race in terms of where we finished and where he finished. And yeah, drivers' standings, we are actually now down to 5th. Ricciardo and Vettel moving up 2 positions respectively, or moving up a position respectively. So yeah, pretty close between us two, as you can see. 95, 94 and 91. In terms of constructors, we hold on to 5th place for now. Still got plenty. So we got 125 there, so that puts up to 405. We're going to get a few more, being the first driver obviously at Haas. So that's 25 more right there if you add all those up. And now we've got 441. Rivalry update then, Vitality is 20-30 from us, 15-30. So we can still pull this off, but we need a stellar performance wherever we're heading next in this series. Drive position then, finish 15th or above, beat my teammate, and I am obviously still on target to finish 15th or above in the Drivers' Championship. Career score, that's now 44,538. Tend to not really pay him any attention. Now we've got contract events by here.
Hi. It's good news. You certainly seem to be attracting some attention. These papers arrived on my desk this morning. How do you feel
new team
about
offer.
your surroundings?
In light of your exemplary performance, an opportunity to switch teams has arisen. You have several offers on the table for consideration, and take a look at what you think. Any affiliated teams are highlighted as they will offer an enhanced contract. So, we can decide to stay on as the first driver at Haas, move to Mercedes for the rest of the season, and become their second driver to probably Hamilton, go to Ferrari and be Sebastian Vettel's teammate, or perhaps Raikkonen's, or head to Williams and become Bottas or Massa's teammate. Now, as nice obviously as it would be to go and join one of these guys, I don't think I'm going to. I can only ask you guys, and for you guys to let me know in the next episode, because I've got to make a decision here and now. The question is, do we go ahead and take up the offer? Do we stay on at Haas and try and improve the car even more, or do we just move straight up to a big team and look at the contract that they're going to give us? Because them and Haas respectively are going to give us an enhanced contract, as you can see from that little icon underneath. You guys might think I'm bonkers by staying on Haas. I'm going to. I don't really want to move to a big name team like these three by here yet. So that's probably going to be something that's going to happen in Season 2. So I hope you guys understand. I want to improve this Haas as much more as I can this series and for this first season that we're doing. Obviously going to do a second as well. So we'll think about moving to another team in the second season, and we're going to accept to stay on at Haas for now. There we are. That's the signature. We're staying on.
Great.
That's how I do my signature.
I'll pass these on.
No worries. Take care, love. So yeah, you could argue that that's a silly mistake on my mind, or on my hand, but I wanted to stay on at Haas and improve this car, so I hope you guys didn't really mind that. I'm sure you'll understand, and we'll think about moving to somewhere like Ferrari in the next season that we'll be doing Series 2. Anyway, we got a voicemail by here from my agent, who could have told me what she wanted right there.
I had a sit down with the executives today to talk about your progress. Long story short, they're happy. Keep it up.
They seem to always be happy with how I'm doing, even when I'm doing crap. I'm finishing 13th. So there we are. Sebastian Vettel leads the rivalry 22-30 in contrast, having 15-30, and could be on to winning another one, making it 3-0. Research development is pretty much as it was before. The suspension upgrade that I did make had been applied for that race right there, and the engine power one that's going to obviously give us some more straight line speed is going to be applied, ready for the next race. The standings here are as they obviously were. We are a couple of points ahead of Verstappen now, so we need to worry about him not getting past us. We obviously dropping down to 5th place, but it is pretty short in terms of the points between myself, Vettel and Ricciardo, and obviously Verstappen as well. In terms of the constructors, we are still in 5th place, and that's good. As long as we can keep ahead of McLaren, I'll be happy. Trophy room, obviously, Britain, our lowest position in terms of where we finished, is putting it up to expert. We're going to be heading to Hungary next, where you're going to see, obviously, that new upgrade that I make to the car that's going to come in. Until then, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video, guys. Sorry, obviously, for not finishing in the points, but I'm rubbish at that track. And hopefully we're going to be on for some better luck when we head to Hungary next Tuesday. Until then, though, for episode 11, that's the end of episode 10. Peace.
Yeah.